Hi, everyone. Jason Barreco here. I am very thrilled to have be here with Aegea on this very special product knowledge call. We have an amazing technology that is impacting the lives of people all over the globe. We have people on from Germany, Australia, Nigeria, all across the globe here today, and we're excited up in Canada. So welcome from everyone. If you're here live with us, it's great to have you. We're going to make this a fun call and a lot of product knowledge information on this call here today. Aegea has been able to put together with Jeff Coleman and John Prosser and the vision that they have for Aegea and bringing this very unique patented technology, this wearable health technology that is disrupting the supplement industry. Absolutely amazing. What you're going to learn about this technology and how it can impact your life. And I know how it's personally impacted my life. I remember when I first heard the story that when Jeff was telling me about 3,000 years of Eastern medicine combined with science and technology that was inspired by Nikola Tesla to create the most advanced wearable health technology ever. And I said, an amazing story. I can't wait to try the product. I had a profound impact. This product had a profound impact on my health. I had a hip and thigh health issue for 4 years. Spent thousands and thousands of dollars on chiropractors, massage therapists, supplements, and I have had amazing benefits with this product. And I know many of you are, and that's why you're on this call today. And I want to have the opportunity to introduce a gentleman that I've known for years. He was with me in one of my previous companies, and I'm thrilled to have him be part of Aegea and what he is going to bring to this company. Now, Tim Coleman has been involved in the health and wellness industry for over 15 years. He has been trained in acupuncture. He's been trained in trigger points, the meridian system, and for the last 10 years, he has really been one of the pioneers in quantum energetics practitioner. He has his own clinic in Carlsbad, California. He is booked up for 2 months solid. That's where he is a very busy man, and he has actually been testing this product, researching this product, and is now on this line to share with you his findings and what he sees and really the power of Aegea, this technology, and where it's going to go. I mean, I am thrilled to have Tim Coleman on the line with us. So, Tim, I know everyone's here to hear you and what you have to say about this technology and really some of the results that you've been experiencing with your own clients in your own tests that you've been running. So, Mr. Coleman, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Great. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, this is really exciting. I'm so excited to be on this call. And, before we get into some of the meat of the subject, when I first saw this technology, I understood it. It made perfect sense. With the hologram, my main thing was, does it work? And that's why I'm so excited to be here because I've been using it. And just like you said, I'm so busy right now that I booked way in advance, and I have so much going on. I have so many people coming at me, pitching me different things, different supplements, and some of them I try, but I would never be on a call like this unless I knew for sure that this is a real deal. And what Aegea has put together is amazing. But let's get into the meridian system. That's what a lot of people are wondering about. This meridian system, the body's energy system. I'd like to use an illustration. Now, if you think of your house, your house has an electrical system. So you have a power that comes into the house. You have wiring running through all the different rooms. You can't really see it, but it's behind the walls. You have electrical grid, maybe a power center, where you have breaker switches where you can switch the power on and off. Then this power can be shut down. What if there's an electrical storm? You get a transformer that gets hit and boom, the house goes down. So this is a lot of how the body's energy system works, the meridian system. The same thing. In fact, I'd like to share this. Hopefully this will work here. I want to share that. Let me share that. This will drive things home. 1 second here. I wanted to share that document I was showing you yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, just hit the share screen button,
Yeah.
Tim, and it should pull right up, and you can log onto your computer through that.
Yeah, you can tell I'm very technically. It's not pulling it up. Okay. Sorry, guys. I got somewhere. Where'd I go? Okay. Now, do you see? You're not able to see the document, right?
No, we see your computer screen.
Okay. Well, for some reason, I'm not being able to get this. Okay. Okay. So how do I get back? Sorry.
Just say stop sharing screen.
Okay. Let's go. All right.
There you go.
Well, it was a diagram of the meridian system. It was a good diagram, but it showed all the meridian lines, all the meridian points. But basically, this system, this is the body's energy system. You got meridian lines that run up and down the body. They're all over. In fact, they're on the face, they're on the hands, they're on the arms, and this is where the energy flows. This is the how the body transfers energy up and down. And the energy will flow to different parts of the body depending on what's going on in the body. Just like a house, you might have, the energy will flow to a room that needs it the most. Well, same thing with the body. You might have digestion going on. So the areas of the meridian system, like the pancreas and the liver, will be more active. And then you have the meridian points. And these are actually access points. They're all over the body. And that's where a lot of times it can get confusing. You have the meridian points and you have the meridian system. So just think of the meridian system as the body's electrical system. And these meridian points, they're all over. In fact, I use a lot of them in my practice. They're all around your eyes, your body. In fact, you got stomach right here, and you've got kidney. And these will help you access this electricity. So with the body, you can get your system shut down, or it can go off balance. And this is a critical point. In fact, anytime you're going to have any kind of symptom or some type of disease, you're going to have an imbalance in that energy system. So it's real critical, and that's why I love the Aegea product, because what it's doing is it's actually balancing that system. It's kind of resetting. And if you think about the technology, what happens is when you put it on your body picks up that frequency. So, and you might ask, well, how do you get the frequency in there? How does that all happen? Well, these frequencies are imprinted. They're imprinted into the hologram. Now, I don't know all the details because I don't know all the process. But this is something that I do every day with homeopathic remedies. It's not something foreign. I mean, it's been around for a long time, where you can actually imprint a liquid, or you can imprint a homeopathic remedy. So that's what's going on, is when you stick these qubits on your body, you're communicating with the electrical system, and the body or the cells will pick up that energetic signal, and it'll transfer it throughout the whole body, and then the body will take that information and start to create balance and harmony. So that's how this system works. And with I'm just looking at some notes. I'm so excited. I'm trying to go through. I want to keep everything on track here. So you got this quantum resonance. That's what it's all about. That's the signal that the body is getting. And you have, in the body, you have these networks, these pathways, energetic pathways that run through the body. So it's real critical to get this body balanced out. And that's a lot of what I do. I work with the meridian system to balance it out and create harmony. It's all about creating harmony and balance in the body. Now this, when you're using these qubits, now I've had an amazing success with this. I had never heard of this. I have had about 15 people get back to me with the results. I have a couple more that I'm waiting on. I've had 100% results with everybody that I've tried this product with. That's unheard of. People are getting results such as better sleep, no water retention, swelling, with discomfort gone. It's just truly amazing. I really don't have any physical problems that I know of, but I tried it. I tried it on myself, and what I noticed, I tried the energy qubits, and my sleep. I got really deep sleep. I was dreaming a lot, which means that my body is healing. My body is processing information with my subconscious, and I noticed when I wake up, I had the desire to sleep more, and that's an important point, because a lot of people that are trying it, at least the people that I've had try it, they were concerned, like, well, wait a minute, I'm sleepy. What's going on? Well, this is a natural function of the body. The body wants to heal. The body wants to restore and repair, and when the body is balanced, the body will go to work. It will start to repair. I've done a lot of work with the nitro qubit. I love it. I'm working on that more with myself, with people that work out a lot, people that are in bodybuilding, sports. This is a must-have. I was in the store the other day, and you can go in and get these nitric oxide boosters. Some of them are made with beet powder. They're okay. You have to take them about 40, 50 minutes before a workout. They're so-so. A lot of these other products are loaded with caffeine and other foreign chemicals. Well, I tried the nitro qubit. I was amazed. The pump, the blood, the amount of blood pumping through. Much better with my strength. I did a lot of testing on that. It's working great for pain. And so that, I just wanted to, give my own testimony on that. Now, with a lot of my clients, I'm using the energy card too. Now that's an amazing tool there, and I'm doing my own studies on that. And what I'm noticing with the energy card is, I thought it was placebo at first, but what I did is I went to the gym and I tried, because I haven't memorized what I can do and how much weight or how many reps I can do. So I went with the energy card, and it increased my strength and my performance about 25 to 30%. And I thought, wait a minute, that has to be placebo. Something's not right. But then I thought about it. Now, this is something I've done with some of my other clients who were either powerlifters, bodybuilders, some athletes. And I would show them how to increase their strength by 30%. I totally forgot about this. What I was doing is I was showing them how to plug into the quantum energy field. That's the energy field that everything's plugged into, and that's where our bodies get energy. And I had the same results. When I showed them how to plug into the quantum energy field, they had the same results, about a 25 to 30% increase in strength or volume. So the energy card is amazing. Working in conjunction with the qubits is mind-blowing. Now, here's something else I was really excited to share, and it might seem a little out there, but now think about this. In the area of quantum physics, like attracts like, or like energy is attracted to like energy. Okay, so if that is true, and you're using the qubits, and your body is becoming more balanced, your body is raising, the vibrational frequency of your body is going up. Well, if that's the case, then like attracts like. What does that tell you? The more you can raise your body's vibrational frequency, the better things you will attract. You will attract better people, more positive people. That's a law. Like attracts like. And I've noticed that with myself. I've done a lot of testing. Some of it I'm not quite ready to share on the phone because I'm still trying to prove it, and I want to provide some facts. But I'm doing that a lot with the quantum card. You can, I'll go into that later, but you can use the quantum card to attract better things and manifest better things. I just need to find a way to prove it, but it is working. It's working. Some of these results I'm getting, like I said, I have at least 14, 15 people, 100% results. I know when I was talking to you, Jason, we were talking about, well, where is the field going? What about this energy field and the whole practice of, helping people with quantum energy? I see it as a huge tidal wave. And even though it's been around for a long time, Chinese medicine has been using meridian points and energy for a long time. I feel that it's just barely getting started. People are becoming more comfortable with it. They're able to talk about it more. And I see us as we're on the bottom of this huge wave. And that's exciting because, I think we can help so many people with this technology.
Hey, Tim, I appreciate that, and thank you for great information. I know I've talked a lot about 5G and these EMFs that come from your cell phones. Could you talk a little bit about that and how that affects your system and your meridian system, and what are your concerns with 5G coming out?
Yeah, that's a huge, even currently right now, we were talking, I was using that analogy of the electrical system, and in our body's meridian system, it will get thrown off balance. Now, the three most common reasons that I see is emotional trauma, physical trauma, and EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. And it's all around us, and it's a huge issue. Every time, I have people come in and I can actually test them, and I can test the body to see what the body's main stresses are. And electromagnetic frequency, EMFs, that's huge. It's with the smart meters, with the cell phones, microwave ovens, any electronics. And what it'll do is, for example, like let's say even the current cell phone frequencies, when you receive a call, you make a call, well, these frequencies are constantly going in and out of your body. And when your cells pick up that frequency, they partially shut down. It's as if they go into a protective state. And when you do that to your cells, your body becomes out of balance, and your functions of the body do not work properly. We're talking about digestion, repair, rebuild. It's not going to work properly. That's with the current technology. Some of the things, I see a huge effect on children. It's going to affect children much more than adults, because they're still forming, their brains are forming, their organs are still forming. So it's a huge issue with children. But yeah, the 5G, that takes it to a whole new level. And when people, they really need to get protected and put something on their phones. If you even go into a pamphlet, you go to your smartphone or any kind of cellular phone. If you look at your pamphlet, it'll say there right in small print not to hold it near your head, not to get it close to your head, because they understand the challenges that can come about. So yeah, this 5G, even currently, it's a huge issue.
Right. Tim, you were explaining to me about, people getting results and the period of time. You're talking about, when people are using the technology, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. How long should they be, when should they be expecting results? And then, because you were talking to me about how fast this, the cells are dying and then regenerating, on a daily basis.
Yeah, that is, thank you. That is a huge point. That is so important. Consistency is very, very important. Even with the work I do, when I make somebody a homeopathic remedy, I tell them you have to be consistent. And here's why. When I'm taking a homeopathic sprayed in my mouth, my receptors in my mouth are picking up the signal. Same thing with when you're using a cubit. You put it on your body is picking up that signal. However, it takes time for all your cells to be receiving that same information, and here's why. You're constantly having cells dying and forming. So for example, if I was to put a cubit on my body immediately starts to receive that signal. But what about all the cells that were dying at that second or that moment? What about all the cells that were forming? A lot of those cells do not get the message immediately. So that's what I tell my clients is you really should allow maybe 5 to 8 days to get the full effect, because it has an accumulative effect. And that is so important. Now here's the really exciting thing. So you have the accumulative effect, and consistency is really the key. Now beyond that, you will continue to get better and better, and your body will become stronger and stronger. So I'll use an analogy. Let's say we'll take the nitro qubit. Okay, so we're increasing blood flow, blood circulation. What does that mean? Well, your circulatory system, that's how you feed your body. That's how you feed your cells. That's how you nourish all the different parts of your body. Well, if you can increase blood circulation, that's going to drive more blood into all the small capillaries in the head and the face. Well, now you're feeding tissue, you're giving tissue more nutrition than it has had in previous. So that will affect your skin. It will affect the appearance of your skin. I've noticed myself. I'm running on about I'm running about 3 hours sleep right now, but lately I've been running about 4 or 5 hours sleep. But because I've been using the qubits and I do the quantum card, I can see a difference in just the appearance of the skin. So that's why it's important to not only have consistency, but as you go, things just get better and better, because as those cells die off and new cells are formed, it just, the effects, it just keeps stacking on top. So, 2 months down the road, you're going to have a better body. You're going to have a stronger body.
And you know what? And that's what I've noticed. I mean, I'm feeling great. I've been on it about 90 days now, and just, remarkable. Well, Tim, I appreciate it very much. I know we're getting some questions that are coming in. And if people want to Skype in or use the chat to send in questions, we're going to be happy to do it. I'd like to bring on Jeff Cohen, our CEO, and he wants to say a few words. In between these two product specialists, we should be able to answer all of your questions and make sure you guys are knowledgeable on what we have here. So we're excited about what is going on and with this company. And we're great. Hey guys, we've had a record amount of people on this call, and Tim, I greatly value your time and what you're bringing to this company. So we're going to open it up. We've got some questions, but Jeff, if you want to say hi, and we'll look at the chats and see what kind of questions come in.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Okay, I'm going to share a screen with you. Do you see
Yes,
my screen?
We see it.
Okay, let me just make sure I can. So we were talking about the EMF shield, everybody, and this illustrates how it works on this FLIR technology. On the shot on the number one, that's what you're looking there is the heat that is coming by your head from a phone. The red being the worst, obviously, the white being the worst, the red and yellow, and then it goes off into other colors. So, the thing that we're trying to show everybody is that whether it's by your ear, whether it's by your lap, any of your organs, that reproduction, the whole idea is that EMF shield that the doctor was talking about is preventing that radiation to go towards your brain and other parts. And if we could increase, we want to increase the protection, but with the use of our EMF shield, you're actually reducing the temperature that your head or your ear or your face is feeling from the phone. When you're holding a phone, it gets hot. But what you don't see and feel is the heat that's generated through the wavelengths and everything else that's going into your head. So this photography shows the before and the after. So with the EMF shield, you're reducing the heat and the amount of heat. Look at that ear in front of the ear, that white spot being gigantic and hot. This is what happens, immediately, and when it gets reduced. The other thing is the idea is it spreads in the face. So the thing is, the longer you're on the phone, the longer the radiation's happening, and it's longer it's going into your eyes, it's going into your mouth, it's going into your throat. So those are the kind of things just wanted to be, make people aware of, that is somewhat dangerous, obviously. And, we want to be able for you to, be protected. So that's why I wanted to share with you that screen. And hopefully I can stop that screen and move on to something you could see me again.
Yeah, just hit stop share, and that should do that.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. If you guys would like to either send in a question or raise your hand, one of the questions is how long do the qubits actually last, and why is that? The time frame, Jeff.
Okay, so number one, the qubits are programmed based on hours. So we wind up having these qubits are programmed for 24, 48, 72 hours. The nitro qubits really are meant to be worn during the day as because of the way it will affect your body is while you're up and working. So, 24 to 48 hours wearing that. The quantum CBD, it will last for about 48 to 72 hours. And again, those can be worn night and day. The combination of use is going to be based on how you prepare your body for it to remain on you. There's got to be some manicuring going on when you wear these chips. Number one, if you are oily, you should wipe down the area where you're applying them with some alcohol, so you're taking the oil off the skin. Number two, if you're hairy, you need to kind of shave that, just as if it was if you were putting a Band-Aid or something else on an area and you didn't want to pull your hair. It doesn't affect, the hair doesn't affect the energy getting into you. It just affects how long it will stick. And the other thing is, naturally, if you have pains or you have problems in certain areas where you're moving and there's joints, then we recommend that you put the patch on and put a piece of medical tape over it to make it stick, or put it on top of a Band-Aid and then put the chip on top of it. These are just ways to extend the life. And somebody had said to me, boy, I was in the shower and I saw the chip go down the drain, and and they said, they said, well, how could we prevent that? Well, sometimes, the chip will fall off after a while when the energy also is released from the chip completely and your body's absorbed it. So don't be nervous if that happens too. So that's the story about the chips, how to use them, and the time frames.
Okay. Jeff, we're still seeing the EMF, so you haven't stopped the share screen. Tammy had a question. She had her skin reaction to one of the chips when she put it on. Is that a common issue for people? Is that just sensitive skin?
So in any case, when you are putting something on your, on the skin, you're blocking, in some cases, the breathing of the skin. We are using medical grade glue, so there should not be reaction. But just like in anything else, people get, you could get a rash, you could get a reaction. It's not because of the energy. It's just the same as if some people are allergic to, when you go to the doctor or the dentist, they use the plastic, gloves, right? The latex. People are, certain things that people are allergic to. My answer to the problem is, if you wind up feeling a reaction of any kind on your skin where a patch is, take it off and put the patch on the shirt or your blouse or the patch works on and also off the skin. There is nothing deterring the energy to flow into your body from how you place it on your body. The other thing is, if you do feel like, if you are sensitive skin, put a Band-Aid on where you want to put it on, and then put the patch or the chip on top of that Band-Aid. Okay?
And I see through the chat, as you can see, Dr. V is responding as you could also be detoxifying. Tim, have you seen that with anybody when they use this type of energy product, any kind of detoxification?
Yes, that's called the healing. Well, some people call it the healing crisis. So when you're giving instruction to the body will take that instruction and then go to work. So sometimes, even if I was to help somebody, get rid of some kind of emotional trauma, there will be some type of healing crisis or detox type reaction. I've noticed that myself using, I think it's the nitro qubit. You're improving things in the body. So that can be very common.
And I know one of the things I know a friend of mine, Cindy, tried the product and she said, I felt so tired I was sleeping all day. Have you heard that before?
Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's great. That means your body is taking the information in, and your body is starting to adjust and become more balanced. And many times that's what the body needs. The body needs more rest so that it can go to work and catch up. A lot of us are so out of balance, and it is a lot of work for the body to regain that balance. So yeah, I would say if that's the case, then listen to your body and get more rest.
And it shows the technology is working because
Absolutely.
You're getting results.
And one other thing is to get better results is you want to make sure you're hydrated, because we're dealing with electricity and conducting electrical currents in the body. So being hydrated obviously is going to help that.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, drink lots of water, everybody. I think we got to do a better job of promoting that. But Tim, thanks for bringing that up. And I know, the balanced body heals better, right? It heals faster.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Any other questions that we have? We're about at our half-hour mark. I promised Tim half hour, and we're going to give away some quantum cards. But if there is any other questions, raise your hand, please. We want to make sure that everyone gets their questions answered and this information.
Hi, Jason. I just put a question there for Jeff in the chat.
Okay, okay, Jeff, do you see that?
Go ahead.
My question is, if a young woman can use the nitro patches on her face, around her face, a little after a facelift. Go, Marion, what's your question, buddy?
Basically, if the young woman's like me, they would like to use the nitro patches to make the face lift a little bit better, to look younger like yourself.
Okay. The question is, will the nitro patches make you look younger? Is that the question?
Yes.
Well, the doctor had mentioned this earlier, that he is using those patches on the face for anything you do with blood flow. The nitro patch brings blood to and circulating into wherever you're putting it. If that is what it's made to do. If you bring more blood to an area, you will increase the blood flow, which then increases what's going on in the different levels of your skin, which also then helps what you see on top. So the answer is yes. It's not a beauty cream. Let's not confuse that.
We just want to test it. I'll try on myself.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate that. We will continue that. Listen, let's go to have some fun. Let's. Yes.
This is Louis. I have a question for the doctor.
Okay.
By the way, my hair was like this about 6 weeks ago, Jeff, and look at my hair now. I'm just kidding. I started this about 2 weeks ago. I was prompted one day when I was talking to a lady that had a problem. That had a problem with her head, some pain, and I took the card. I said, I'm going to try this over the phone. And I did this over the phone. I've probably done it now, probably 15 to 18 times. Blown away with the results over the phone. And I know we're all connected with the scalar energy, but doctor, would you have any people say, well, exactly how does it work? Well, what I do is I card the area of pain that I had, that she has or he has, and it just transfer it. And I've done this over the phone, my cell phone. I did this in the car the other day. I've done it on a webinar, and it works. People say, well, can you explain this to me? I said, well, no, same as electricity. I can't really explain it. All I know is scalar energy. Would you have any comments on that, Doctor?
Do we lose Dr. Coleman or Tim?
Well, tell you, I'm not a doctor, but that's what threw me off. Yeah, you know, we're all, the best way I can explain it, we're all like radios. We're constantly transmitting and receiving frequencies. So we even have the ability where I could visualize somebody's face that I know, and I can send frequencies to them. I know that may sound a little strange, but it's really not strange. If we can do it with cell phones, we can do it with the human body. Yeah, there's different ways that can work. It reminds me of crystals. You see people that wear crystals, or they put crystals around their neck. Well, crystals are a magnifier. And what I found with using the quantum card, it's a magnifier. And if you even have intention, this is some of the stuff that I was talking about that I've been experimenting with, but I don't have exact proof. But if you have, it makes perfect scientific sense that if you have intention, like the gentleman is talking about, somebody that has maybe some kind of discomfort, and you just think about that person, and you can, you know, wave the card on that area, you are transmitting a frequency out. Now, we're all plugged into something similar to like a matrix. We're all plugged into like the quantum energy field. And this has been proven scientifically. So when you have intention, and you're maybe talking to the person, thinking about them, maybe visualize their face, and you're waving a card, you are sending frequencies to them. That's how I can explain it. Same thing with over a phone. I saw somebody do that with their phone, where they were, I think it was like on a video, where they were holding the phone and they were, you know, waving in front of the phone. It will come out the other end. But yeah, that's how I understand it.
Well, we're all connected. Thank you very much. Outstanding. One last question we have is the lifespan of the EMF shield. They last for 1 year. Okay, 1 year, and make sure everybody has these. If you have kids, and if you do not know the health dangers of 5G, Google it. Okay, there's some videos out there that are very powerful, and I would Google those. All right,
Jason, could I take a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
5G. So everybody, I'm my concern with the phones is because of the introduction of 5G coming up. And if you read about it, basically, you know, where you see, you know, dishes and towers right now with the 3G and the 4G. When you go down your streets in your towns and your cities right now, and you take a look along the sidewalks, you could see all of the old-fashioned poles that the wires are on, right? You know, if you take a look at how close they are to one another, could you imagine that in 5G and subsequent after that, there will be monitors and dishes radiating at every 1,000 yards. So in order for the 5G to work correctly, that's how much it needs in terms of bouncing signals off one another that close. So just think of how many more people are in vicinity to a pole or a post 1,000 yards apart. We have actually had stories and things where in firehouses, they've been using the 5G much more. And firemen are finding problems with exposure to the amount of, of the radiation from the systems already. And it's new. So, I mean, it's not something that makes the news. It's not something to alarm people. But if you have a chance, Google 5G, Google issues with 5G, take a look at some of the studies out there or the discussions about firefighters and fire stations using 5G and some of the incidents. That's where we want to make sure anybody who has a phone, everybody has a loved one, even if you're wearing a Fitbit, even if you're wearing wearable technology that's electronic, that has Wi-Fi signals, you're radiating your body the same way as if you had the phone up to your head. It's on your wrist. or anywhere else you're wearing it. So we recommend the EMF shields. Also, and I've told this story to some of you that have been on the phone before. You know, we do a lot of work in printing, and there's some of the men and the women that are, you know, they're young, they're 20 something, they work in the stores, whether they're doing printing or they're doing FedEx, and you know, they put the phones in their pockets, in their hips, in the front of their pants, in the back, in their shirts. Men, we put it in our pant pocket sometimes, or in your breast pocket, and when you're wearing a sport jacket. Women, you're putting it in, you know, in your bra area, or you're holding it. Kids are, you know, with these phones, they're playing with them in their laps, and little boys, little girls. So the thing is, you have to be very aware. I've given more EMF shields out than people, you know, than you know, because I'm concerned about our young people that are thinking that nothing's happening and this is the way of life. I need to use this, and there's no ramifications and concerns. So it's only one small aspect, but in the total head-to-toe, you know, way we look at things, we need to protect the body using the energy card in conjunction with the nitro and the CBD. But the EMF shield and the food card, you know, the freshness card, are ancillary. And those ancillary things can help us of what we're doing with what we're consuming using the food card, the freshness card, as well as the EMF shield protecting us. So that's when we say we're head-to-toe wearable health and wellness technology. Understand that these things all work together. And the more you can protect yourself in preparation of food, in the way the food will remain fresh, in how you prepare food, how you are helping your meridian system with all these chips and the energy card. And as Doctor was talking about, when you take the energy card and put it towards the screen of what we're talking right now, you are transmitting this energy. And if I see the doctor right there shaking his head yes at me, or Michelin looking right at me, or anyone else out there, Sarah with two other people sitting with you, I can direct that energy to come through to you. Now, I didn't believe it. It's quantum physics, it's quantum energy, but when you say there's a reception of energy and a transmission of energy, that's what's happening every minute with what we're talking about. So if I took the card and blow in a direction across the card and blow, it will go in the direction of what I'm facing it towards and what it's blowing towards. So think of it everywhere as, if you want to put good vibes out to somebody, do that. If you think it and manifest it, it's happening also. So I don't want to sound like we're, you know, Dr. Spock and Captain Kirk on the voyage, you know, of, you know, the Enterprise here, but this is what's going on. It is mainstream. This is not outlandish. This is the way it works. So please understand that. And also, I saw there's a question came up. It is wonderful for pets. Pets suffer from the same things, or even more susceptible of things that go on as humans. They have a better chance of having tumors and other growths. Their lives are shorter because the way they're packed into their canine years or cat years or horse years. So if you just took the energy card and had them drink energized water, you're helping them from the inside out. So, and if they're in pain, you can put a patch on them. So just wanted to answer one of the questions that just popped up.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. And everyone, we value your time. I'm going to stop the recording now, and we're going to give away some cards. So, all right. Tim Coleman, thank you very much. We greatly value your time and appreciate it. And welcome to the Aegea family. And again, we are going to have this up online, and it is going to go across the globe. And we are welcoming so many alternative health doctors and energy practitioners to our Aegea family. Fantastic.